The most controversial thing by far in The Last Jedi was the depiction of Luke Skywalker, as many fans believed that he was very much not the character that we last left in Return of the Jedi, after returning the Jedi and redeeming his father, when even his Jedi Masters believed this to be an impossible task. Also on the channel before, we've detailed what Dave Filoni has said about various Star Wars characters and arcs, and today we will discuss what Dave Filoni had to say about this arc involving Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. Before we get into it though, I do want to remind you guys that there's a big sale on the Star Wars merch page, with free shipping worldwide and t-shirts and hoodies as low as $15 and other stuff 70% off because it's the Star Wars off season. So if you like any of the designs seen here, check it out, link in the description down below. These tweets come from the account and the Lucasfilm creative art manager of Phil Sawstack, who again is the creative art manager over at Lucasfilm. Today he tweeted Dave Filoni's comments about Luke Skywalker as depicted in The Last Jedi, as Dave Filoni actually came to the defense of The Last Jedi and talked about why the character of Luke actually coincides perfectly with what occurred in the original trilogy, and why his arc and where we find him, again disillusioned with the Jedi Order, actually makes complete sense, and that Luke would be far different than when we last encountered him in Return of the Jedi as the valiant hero, now being the tortured master. Sometimes you have to be the one that carries that burden and becomes that vessel. These aren't characters that go and get married. They don't get over that scar. Frodo carries the ring to Mount Doom, and for the rest of his life is plagued with that fear. On certain days, he remembers those pains because he has to carry that burden. And Frodo has no peace until he leaves that world. Luke is that character. This does of course make sense, as it talks about the burden of attempting to destroy the Sith, the burden of facing his father and Vader, and the pure evil that is Darth Sidious, and everything that it took to overcome that great power in the dark side. Seeing that again in Ben Solo very evidently and clearly terrifies Luke to his core, and this is a scar that he is unable to get over. It is clear that Luke Skywalker's life has been filled with trauma, and that trauma leads him to fear, which ultimately leads him to betray his nephew. It is only once he sacrifices himself in The Last Jedi that he comes to terms with what has happened in his past, the life of Luke Skywalker, and in his eyes, the life of a failure, and it is because of this great legend that he became a failure. As he says in The Last Jedi, because he was Luke Skywalker. I have said several times on several different platforms that the Luke Skywalker that we got in The Last Jedi I found to be very disappointing. However, good points are made, and I acknowledge those good points here with Dave Filoni. The idea that Luke is very much a tortured character and is not at peace within himself, not at peace until he passes on what he has learned to a new generation. But again, I want to hear your thoughts on this, and do you think this is a viable explanation for Luke Skywalker as a character in The Last Jedi? Or are you not satisfied at all still? Again guys, don't forget to check out the Star Wars merch page. As always my friends, may the Force be with you and have a great day.